why social media changes who you are without you even realizing it.
Curivault opening.
The vault is open once again with more questions than answers. Let's unlock them together.
What if you're not choosing as much as you think?
What if one of the biggest influences on your life is something you willingly open every single day? Not your parents, not your teachers, not even your closest friends, but an app that fits inside your pocket. Every morning, millions of people unlock their phones. They check Instagram, watch a few videos on YouTube, scroll through TikTok, read a few posts on X, open Facebook. It'll only take a minute. But somehow, that minute becomes 20, then 40, then an hour. Now, here's the real question. What if social media isn't just changing how you spend your time? What if it's quietly changing how you think? The goals you chase, the clothes you wear, the opinions you hold, even the version of yourself you're trying to become. Most of us believe we're making independent choices, but are we? Or are thousands of tiny digital moments shaping us in ways we never notice? Today, we're opening the vault on one of the most powerful invisible forces of the modern world. And by the time this vault closes, you may never look at your social media feed the same way again. Chapter 1. Before the feed chose for you. Imagine living in the 1990s. You move to a new city. How do you make friends? You meet people at school, at work, in your neighborhood. Your world is shaped mostly by the people around you. News comes from newspapers and television. Photographs arrive days or even weeks later. If you wanted advice, you usually asked someone you knew. Then the internet changed everything. For the first time in history, distance stopped being a barrier. Social media connected families across continents. Artists found audiences without publishers. Small businesses reached customers around the world. It was one of humanity's greatest communication revolutions. The promise was simple: bring people closer together. And it worked. Billions joined, communities grew, ideas traveled faster than ever before. But as these platforms expanded, they discovered something even more valuable than content: human attention. Because every extra minute someone stayed online created another opportunity to show another post, another video, another advertisement. Without realizing it, the competition wasn't just for your clicks, it was for your focus. And once attention became valuable, an even bigger question emerged. How do you keep billions of people from leaving? That question unlocked one of the most sophisticated psychological systems ever created, and that's where the story truly begins. Chapter 2. Why your brain loves to keep scrolling. Every mystery begins with a simple question, so here's the next one. Why is it so difficult to stop scrolling? After all, nobody forces us to open these apps. Nobody tells us to watch one more video. Yet millions of people have experienced the same strange moment. You unlock your phone to reply to one message. 30 minutes later, you've watched cooking videos, travel clips, a documentary, a football highlight, and somehow forgotten why you picked up your phone in the first place. How does that happen? The answer isn't that we're weak, it's that social media platforms have become remarkably good at understanding human psychology. Imagine reading a book with no final page, or watching a television channel where another program begins before the first one ends. There is no natural place to stop. That's exactly what infinite scrolling was designed to do. Every swipe promises something new, a funny video, a surprising fact, an inspiring story, a shocking headline. Most posts are ordinary, but every now and then you discover something fascinating. Your brain begins to expect that the next swipe might reveal something even better. Psychologists call this variable reward. It's the same principle that keeps people opening mystery boxes or checking for unexpected messages. Because the reward is unpredictable, the search continues. Social media didn't invent this part of human nature. It simply learned how to work with it. Then there are notifications, a small sound, a vibration, a red dot. Individually, they seem insignificant. Together, they quietly shape our habits. Each notification asks the same silent question: what if you're missing something important? A message, a comment, a like, breaking news, your friend's latest post. Without realizing it, curiosity pulls us back again and again. But perhaps the most powerful feature isn't the endless feed. It's the fact that your feed is different from everyone else's. Every video you watch, every post you like, every topic you search, every few extra seconds you spend looking at something becomes signals. The platform begins to learn what captures your attention, not someone else's. Yours. Two people can open the same app at the same time, yet experience completely different worlds.
One sees science, another sees fashion. One sees history, another sees comedy. The app slowly becomes a reflection of what keeps each person engaged, and that's where the real mystery begins. Because if the platform is learning what captures your attention, could it also be influencing what captures your thoughts? That's the next vault we need to unlock. Chapter 3, The Invisible Mirror. We've uncovered why social media keeps our attention, but the next question is even more important. What happens after it has our attention? The answer isn't just that we spend more time online, it's that we slowly begin to see ourselves differently. For most of human history, comparison had natural limits. You compared yourself with your family, your friends, your classmates, the people in your town. Your world was relatively small. Then, social media removed those limits. Today, within 5 minutes of scrolling, you can see a billionaire's lifestyle, an Olympic athlete's discipline, a travel creator exploring another continent, a celebrity's red carpet appearance, and an entrepreneur announcing another milestone. The extraordinary becomes part of your everyday feed. Now ask yourself, are you seeing their real lives or only their best moments? Most people don't post their failures, their self-doubt, their ordinary Tuesdays. They share celebrations more often than struggles, highlights more often than setbacks. Yet our brains often compare our complete lives with someone else's carefully selected highlights. Psychologists call this social comparison. It's a completely natural human behavior, but social media changed its scale. Instead of comparing ourselves with a handful of people, we compare ourselves with hundreds, sometimes thousands, every single day. And there's something even stranger. Have you ever felt like you know a creator you've never actually met? You recognize their voice, you know their habits, you celebrate their success, you even miss them when they stop uploading, but they've never met you. This is known as a parasocial relationship, a one-sided emotional connection that can develop through repeated exposure. These relationships aren't necessarily harmful. They can educate us, motivate us, inspire us to become better, but they also influence who we trust, who we admire, and sometimes who we try to become. Without realizing it, our idea of success can slowly begin to shift, not because someone told us what to want, but because we've seen the same version of success repeated thousands of times. And that's where social media becomes far more than entertainment. It quietly becomes a teacher, a mirror, and sometimes a guide. But one final question remains. If social media is shaping what we pay attention to, who decides what appears in front of us in the first place? To answer that, we have to look at the invisible system working behind every swipe. Chapter 4. The algorithm doesn't control you, but it can influence you. We've uncovered how social media captures our attention. We've seen how it shapes the way we compare ourselves with others, but one final question remains. Who decides what you see next? Most of us believe we're scrolling freely, choosing one post after another, but behind every swipe, something else is quietly making decisions, an algorithm. Now, the word algorithm often sounds mysterious, but the idea is surprisingly simple. Imagine walking into a library where instead of searching through thousands of books, the librarian already knows what you enjoy reading. Each time you finish a book, the librarian recommends another one you'll probably like. The more books you read, the better those recommendations become. Social media works in a similar way. Every like, every share, every comment, every second you pause on a video becomes a clue. The platform learns what captures your attention, not to understand who you are, but to predict what you're most likely to watch next. That's why two people opening the same app at the same time can experience completely different worlds. One person's feed is filled with science, another sees politics, someone else sees fitness, travel, history, comedy. The platform isn't showing everyone the same reality, it's creating millions of personalized ones. Researchers often describe this as a filter bubble, a digital environment where people are repeatedly shown content that aligns with their interests and previous behavior. This can be incredibly useful. It helps us discover new skills, find communities, learn about topics we genuinely care about, but it can also narrow our perspective. If we're mostly shown ideas we already agree with, we may rarely encounter different viewpoints, not because someone banned them, but because the algorithm believes they won't hold our attention. The algorithm doesn't need to tell us what to think. It simply influences what we see most often, and what we repeatedly see can gradually shape what feels normal, what feels important, even what feels true. So, has social media changed who we are? Perhaps the better question is this: how much of our identity belongs to us, and how much has been quietly influenced by the information we consume every day?
Curivault closing.
The vault is closing for today, but before it does, let's return to the question we asked at the beginning. Is social media changing who you are without you even realizing it? The answer isn't simply yes, and it isn't simply no. Social media has connected families across continents, given creators a voice, helped businesses grow, taught millions of people new skills. It has become one of humanity's greatest tools for communication and learning. But every powerful tool shapes the person using it. The more time we spend online, the more important one skill becomes: awareness. Because awareness gives us something algorithms never can: the ability to pause, to question, to choose what deserves our attention. Our identity isn't written by an app. It isn't measured by followers, likes, or viral moments. It's shaped by the choices we make long after we put the phone down. So the next time you unlock your screen, don't just ask, "What do I want to watch?" Ask a deeper question: what is this content teaching me to value? Because behind every scroll, there's a story shaping the person you're becoming. If you enjoyed unlocking this mystery with Curivault, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who's curious about the hidden psychology behind the digital world. Because every answer opens another vault. And when the vault opens once again, we'll unlock another mystery together. Until then, stay curious.